G'day ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the brand new GTA 5 Online hands-on car wash business guide. This is a no BS guide that's going to show you everything about it, everything you need to know, how much you'll make and how you'll just make millions of dollars in just over 1 hour's time. If you enjoy the guide, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, share it with a friend, and let's go. So how do you get this business started and off the ground? Well, first of all, you're going to have the new update, which is the Money Fronts DLC update. You want to make your way to the LSIA airport to this yellow icon on your screen here, which is labeled as Martin Madrazo. You want to walk into the yellow circle right out the front of LSIA airport and press right D-pad to begin your way through this cutscene. Now, what will happen is Martin Madrazo will pick you up and you'll be introduced to Mr. Faber as well as his partner Raf. Raf is going to help you with the main operations, where Mr. Faber is just going to subtly be in the background and making things tick over. So once you've gone through these cutscenes, you'll be brought to the main operations of the hands-on car wash in Strawberry, downtown Los Santos. You're going to walk straight up to this sign here and you're going to go to the property foreclosure sign, press right D-pad, and you can see this business is $1 million. If you are a beginner, I would strongly recommend you do purchase this business, as you're going to make it back in next to no time. So once you've purchased it, you can see there is an auto shop or garage area that you can actually enter through, or you've got the main open door on the side here. So let's just go through the main door. From this point, you'll be brought into an opening cutscene, which will be an introduction to your business's operations. You've obviously got the dirty money and you've also got the clean money of the business. This is your official money laundering business, where you'll run legitimate and illegitimate operations for the hands-on car wash. So hands-on car wash is the main component or the starting point. It's the foundation of the external businesses that go along with it, such as Smoke on the Water, as well as the Higgins Helitours business. So those businesses alone are not going to be running as your main operations. They're just going to be a supplement business. So they're all part under the same business, if that makes sense. So this is it. Once you go into the hands-on car wash, you can see you've got your laptop here. You can either access these selections here. You've got the car wash, you've got money laundering, and you've got Mr. Faber work. So money laundering is the illegitimate part of the business. Mr. Faber's work are going to be external missions that are going to make us extra money as well. And the car wash is what we're going to need to do to basically get our heat meter down. But we're going to go over that very shortly. We're going to go over everything, all of the external businesses, such as these two on screen here. And you can purchase these. So $850K for the Smoke on the Water business and $900,000 for the Higgins Helitours business. So you've got cosmetic upgrades for both of these businesses. They're the same. It's just the tint of the interior for these businesses that you can change for a fee of $10,000. So yeah, you can go and purchase these. They are going to run they've pretty much got the same layout as the hands-on car wash business, but we'll go through that very shortly. So you can see these are the laundered incomes that we have got. Pretty much every business you own in game is going to help you additionally to make more money, and you can the maximum payout you can get through your safe is $30,000 per in game day. So every 48 minutes, this will generate you an additional $30,000. Now there's two ways or three ways to make money, but the best two ways to make money through the business is the money laundering side of the business. You've also got Mr. Faber's missions and the car wash section, which is pretty much just to get your heat meter down. So we'll get into that a little bit shortly. But first of all, there are a few sets of missions. There's about maybe 4 or 5 different mission types you'll get with each business. This one here, the stockade, where you need to go around and deliver the stockade to all of these different banks. It's probably one of the worst missions you could possibly get for the hands-on car wash business. However, this mission here, pretty straightforward, but the best one of them all is going to be where you need to torch the cash. So it's a pretty straightforward mission, and the best thing about these money laundering missions is you can pretty much finish one and then you can just go and find a new session and make sure your spawn location is set to the hands-on car wash and just go ahead and launch up another mission. Like, there's no cooldown period at all. I would definitely recommend for this torching the fake cash mission that you do go and grab those Molotovs that have been supplied to you. It's going to help you big time, especially if you get to your weapon wheel and you go, oh, I don't have any Molotovs. You can use explosives to blow up these or torch the fake cash, but the Molotovs are going to be your best friend. So this mission here is probably one of the most fun, if not the easiest missions to complete. It's guaranteed a maximum of 5 minutes only. It's going to take you to complete it. And the best thing about it, when you do complete these missions for the hands-on car wash business, they pay out $70,000. Now, you don't receive that money straight away. Of course, it needs to be laundered through RAF, and eventually you'll get that 70K. So it will take 5 minutes to complete the mission and then 5 minutes to receive the money. So from this point, you can see we've got a heat meter in the bottom right hand corner. When this heat meter is full, you can see that the business will stop laundering money. So the safe will not fill up. So your actual safe, the one that's here that generates you 28K every 48 minutes or every in-game day, that's going to stop generating you money, as well as that laundered money in the back table. That's also going to stop producing you money. You're going to see as well the money laundering and the Mr. Faber's work missions are going to be grayed out. So you literally have no option to complete these. And what you will need to then go ahead and do is operate the car wash side of the business, which is our legitimate side of the business. You need to basically go and pick up a car, a customer's car, go and give it a car wash and deliver it back to that person or to that customer. So if you do damage this car, there is a repair shop on the back of the car wash. You can go and repair it as many times as possible. This, of course, doesn't pay you out exceptional amounts of money. However, what will happen is you can now see the heat meter is completely gone on our money laundering business, and we can continue operations. So now that that's out of the way, that's the maximum amount of money you're going to make for one of these businesses is $70,000 per mission for the money laundering side of the hands-on car wash. Now, if we go to our smoke on the water business, you can see the interior, pretty much the exact same layout as the car wash. There's nothing really going on here to like much additionally. This is just a side business that's running as a front. So what we can do here are the same options. We've got the money laundering and the Mr. Faber work. The trade-off is the weed delivery we need to do to basically show our legitimate side of the business. But this alone, the smoke on the water business, will only pay $35K for the money laundering missions. Now, if we go to our Higgins Helitours business, the personal helicopter, the Pegasus, and our Higgins Maverick can be called in. So that's a pretty cool addition to this business. But if we go to the interior, once again, same as all of our other businesses, the helicopter tour is going to be the legitimate front. The money laundering and Mr. Faber options, of course, are the illegitimate sides of the business. And this mission type, or this mission in particular, absolutely sucks. If you get it, it's an absolute shonker. So yeah, again, $35,000 it's going to pay out for completing the money laundering missions through that business. So all in all, when it comes to deciding between the hands-on car wash, whether you keep that and whether you get the smoke on the water business and the Higgins Helitour business, I'd honestly recommend sticking with the car wash if you are a beginner. Now, if you are an experienced player and you have a weed farm and you have a air freight cargo business, then it would definitely pay off to have those two additional businesses, as it's going to produce you more product value when it's selling your goods through the air freight cargo business in your hangar, as well as your weed deliveries through your weed business. Now we move on to the Mr. Faber work missions. Now these missions are standalone missions that will launch up on their own, and you can pretty much go ahead and join or add other people to go and play along with you. These are pretty much just easy missions, or easy depends on how you look at it, but I would definitely set these to the hardest difficulty. You can definitely do these solo, and all three of these businesses have different sets of missions. They'll pay out around about the same, so they're going to pay around $29,000 for completing them. That is, of course, on the hardest difficulty, so do keep that in mind. And there's also usually an additional bonus loot that you can collect throughout these missions, so definitely keep an eye out for those and get them done to maximize your profits. Now, all in all, when it comes to doing these Mr. Faber work missions, they may be worthwhile when it comes to trying to complete the tier challenges, like the tier 1, 2, 3, or 4 challenges for this DLC update. However, when it comes to just making money, I would say it's not really worthwhile. These missions will take you around 10 minutes to complete on average, and they'll also be making you around 40K per mission. So you can do them. They're new, they're sort of fun new missions, but when it comes to actually making millions of dollars, the best strat I would highly recommend you do is just grind grind or farm out the hands-on car wash money laundering business missions. These missions alone take you 5 minutes on average, pay $70,000 every 5 minutes. If you do the math, you'll sort of be making just a little under $1 million every hour. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this business in GTA 5 Online. It's a no BS guide. If you want to make money, just profits alone, I would definitely stick with the hands-on car wash, especially if you're a beginner. I only played for maybe like an hour or 2 hours and I was able to make at least $1 million just from that business alone. So that is literally the strat to make millions of dollars in GTA Online through the hands-on car wash business in GTA 5 Online after the Money Fronts DLC update. If you enjoyed, please be sure to share it with a friend. I'd greatly appreciate if you could subscribe, leave a like, turn on post notifications, but be sure to take care, and I'll see you in my next video.